What is up, YouTube? It is a beautiful, well, evening now. So, as you can tell, she can sit under her own weight. She's under jack stands in the back just to be safe. It's fully welded in the back. I still got to figure out the seat and a bunch of other things, but we're starting on that this episode, and I want to make the seat. So, I went ahead and hopped on CAD. If you don't know what CAD is, cardboard aided design. Got my razor blade, got some measurements, got a roundabout what I want for a size. And I popped out one of these boys. As you can tell, I did it twice. This from here to there was too short for me, so I made it a little longer. And now we have what appears to be a seat. And of course, once I go to bend it out of steel, hopefully I can get a more rounded edge. But she's a little small. I'll probably go back in and make it a little wider, but it's a reference point. I mean, I can always still use it, But other than that, there's that. But I'm gonna walk you around the bike real fast and just kind of show you what is going on with it right now. Of course, it's night out. We're not angle grinding or doing nothing right now. This will all be a tomorrow thing, but I just wanted to go ahead and start it. I've got the motor sitting out. I put it in so I can get everything aligned right. Took it back out so I can get everything welded up right. And then I still gotta go through and clean it up, but I've got to figure out my seat brace for the top that'll also support the gas tank. Then I also got to figure out this back seat brace. I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet, but she's all nicely welded up. I gotta go through and clean up some of them. Just, take a lot of this spatter off. All the ends of the pipes have been welded. My apologies. It's like it's my first time using a camera. I can weld better than I can run a camera. But, yeah, this is about the look of it. It's a little short. I should have made it a little longer, but she's gonna ride comfortably with them brand new piston ringed motors. But yeah, I'd like to get the seat done in this video, or at least get there to where I want it. But yeah, sit back, have yourself a cold one. Guess the brand of the beer. I know you've probably already seen it, or my carbonated beverage. That guy's over there is carbureted. This is carbonated. Lo and behold, this is actually the first one I've had. But yeah, I'm excited to see how she's going to feel. I still am indecisive if I want to take out the gauge cluster and all that. I know at least for the start, I'm not going to be putting the battery tray in, and I'm trying to figure out a way that I can actually hide all of these electronic components, because I kind of don't want to see any of it, just because the style of the bike. Supposed to have bare minimum. And I did re-clear the tank, so she's looking nice and shiny. But I do have this nice gap in here that sits just above the upper frame. I think I'm gonna try and hide as much of that electronic under the tank as I can. If I can do that, it will look so clean. And of course, eventually I'll run a battery box. I may even just go ahead and pop the battery box in there and just figure out something. I may put the wiring crap in it. I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out. I'm just going as I go. But as soon as she's ready to ride, I don't care if crap is zip tied. I want to take her out for a spin. I'm so excited to try it. But sit back, relax, have a cold one. We're gonna get back at this tomorrow. Don't look at that. That's not a video. That's one of my boys' go-karts. He's taking his sweet time to get certain things, but that's fine. Can't rush perfection. But without further ado, let's get to the rest of the video. Alright, so our cat design worked pretty well. Yeah. But, as you just seen from that little time lapse, we don't have an aluminum seat made out of an old road sign that I picked up. Where did I buy that thing at? Anyway, it's just an old junk road sign that had been, looked like it had been hit by a car. It didn't matter, I just needed it for the good piece of steel it was, or the aluminum that it was. And just like that, we got us a nice aluminum seat. Now I feel like it looks a little wide, but I don't want it to be uncomfortable at the same time. I still got to figure out how I'm going to mount this gas tank because it needs to be elevated here off the bars. And at the same time, that mount right here, that holds the gas tank, is going to hold our hinge for the Springer seat. I do still got to get springs for it. Still got to do that, but we got a seat essentially now, and I'll have to go through and just when I go to put the seat material on here, I'm gonna just take a piece of steel and just go up right here, and then wherever those springs are located, I'm just gonna put a piece of steel in there, just to give it a little bit of support because it is aluminum, but it just needs to hold the cushion, me, and springs, as well as the hinge. I still got to figure out how I'm going to mount it. I'll probably have it up a little bit more, so that when you go to sit on it, it's going to come down to about where you'd want it to be, because I don't want it to sit too low or too close to this tire. Which I actually probably need to just move it up all the way forward so that I'm not overshooting anything. Like I got real close with this one. I'm as physically close to that. I missed. Mosquito. I'm as physically close to that bar as I can safely get. I'm covered in aluminum shavings now. But, oh, I got him. I did get him. Nice. But I'm as close to that bar down there as I can physically be. Thought I was going to have a double kill. So, from there, I got to figure out my supports and all that. And the support may consist of it holding some sort of fender. And I know the one I have there is it's extremely short. It's an extremely short fender. That's how I cut it. That's how I wanted it back then. Because the battery box was right behind it. And I don't know how short I want this one to be. I don't intend on riding this in the rain. You know, you never intend on anything, but yeah, we got a seat. That's one of the things I really wanted to get done today. I wanted to get that old sign pulled out the shed, get it cut out where I want it to be, and just kind of just step back and kind of take a look at it. It still reminds me of a cafe racer, but she's a hardtail. She's a hog. And now, granted, it is still, you can see a pipe down there. I don't even know if you can see the pipe down there under the tire. You cannot. There's a piece of pipe, probably about yay long, of that type, sitting underneath the tire, holding the tire in place. So it is still, you know, an inch off the ground. But, yeah, we got a seat. Let's move on to something else, I suppose. Either that, the mounts for this, or some sort of fender mount or slash seat mount, all that. Let me think about it for a little bit and just see what I can come up with what I've got. Because I got some good pieces. Alright, so I went ahead and just sent it and cut me a nice thick, you heard my knee pop, a nice thick plate steel to hold the tail end of this gas tank, the gas tank mount, and then I got a thinner piece up here. Don't mind the hole, it's just a scrap piece of steel. It's pretty sturdy just as it is. I mean, it's only welded on the faces. I'm actually gonna have to, when I go to paint it, I'm gonna flip it over and hit the back sides of everything. She's curved to go around the frame right there. That's gonna be a pain to clean up in there, but I wanted this nice thick face for when I put the springs on that seat to you know, hold it. Not springs, the hinges for the seat. Nice thick hinges. And I don't know I don't know where exactly I'm wanting them. I'm thinking somewhere closer up here, just to kind of help hide it. I may even come back later and just trim some of this excess, whatever I don't need. But yeah, I gotta start on this one. That'll be the next spot. And then it took me a little while to try and finagle this part, because I wasn't too sure. When I cut this, I had this nice thick piece. I was sitting there thinking, should I run this like that? Somewhere around, you know, like there. I mean, of course, welding it more to the face, but because I'm trying to, also while I'm doing these, trying to think of a nice way to hide all of this. This is the panel that I actually originally had here, in between the battery box and that frame there, which I'd like to not see any of that. So I'd like to find a nice spot to hide that stuff. But I mean, you won't see it once it's on the bike. I mean, you'll see a little bit of this, but other than that, you really just won't see it. I just want a nice place. Don't mind that. That's a magnet. I just want a nice place to hide this wiring, which we'll get to that. I think next is going to be a seat bracket. I still have not ordered springs. I haven't found a set that I like, but we're going to find them eventually. It's not something I'm pressed on, but yeah. So far, I'm liking the way this is turning out so far. In the end, that's what matters. I kicked the tripod, but we're getting there. So we'll catch you back once I figure out the seat thing. But we'll be back. And I also got to find some springs, because that's going to elevate the seat and all that, blah, 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 blah. But, yeah. Okay, so before I continue with this clip, when you're running the angle grinder, always wear your air mask. Got to do that. You don't want that. You don't want all of that in your lungs. You can see just the difference. You know, my hands are covered in it. But I did. The seat backing plate is partially on there. I only, you know, tack welded it on there. I did just do a poll on the shorts to see how we're feeling on this rear fender. You know, It's not fully on there. I bumped it a couple times, but it's just held on there by magnets. Just to see how we all felt about it. And I'm getting a lot of no's, so I probably won't end up running that. But I from this angle, I kind of like it, but when you're right on the back of it, it does look super narrow. And don't worry about this when I go to fully weld some stuff in. I'm gonna lop off that edge right there. It's just, that's not like true weld. I'm gonna redo them, but I'm gonna lop off that edge. I'm working on this part that goes from here to here. I actually just got them cut out, a matching set, all nicely done. I gotta clean them up, but I actually kind of like how they come out. They're gonna sit sort of like that. I feel like the lower groove I want more inward, but I don't know yet. I don't know how I feel about it, but we're getting there. Just felt like I needed to give y'all a little update. I had to let the camera charge, so while charge, I went ahead and just cut them. So this fender's probably not gonna stay. It's just held on by magnets. There's one, and then I got one down there on the lower bar. Don't know how I'm gonna do this rear fender. We're gonna give it a couple more hours on the pole and then see how we feel. But I don't know, I'm indifferent. I both like it and don't like it. This angle, I don't like it. This angle, I like it. It's just like basic. It's just, it looks good. I'm not sure how I feel about that fender because of how small it actually is, but I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, I think, I don't know. Let's see how that pole goes. We'll give it a couple hours. Alright, so went ahead and got this section for the seat done. I am going to call it for this part of the video. Hope y'all enjoyed, but I did get the outers and the tops welded. I'm going to save the innards and all that because I still got to do the inside of here, the inside of this bracket, and then the inside of both of these, as well as the inside of here, the insides on all of that. But I need to take the gas tank off, the tire off, the front forks, all that. I think we're going to save that for the next video. It's just because we've got everything set where it needs to be set, so I just need to, I still need to do the kickstand while I still got the tire on it, so that, because when I take the tire, the tank, and the forks off, we're going to be cleaning up and probably hitting it with paint by then. We're still going to have a couple odds and ends. I still got to figure out what I'm doing with this wiring. But I think I just want to get it prepped. Get all these, the spatter cleaned off. Spatter is, there's a lot of it. And either I could go at it with an angle grinder wire wheel or the good old mini hammer and a flathead screwdriver. And sometimes you gotta do a little bit of both. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching this far. Just hit 24,000 views on one of the short videos. Most views I've had in one of my videos. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. And anybody that comes from the shorts to watch the full-length videos, I appreciate every single one of you, and every one of you that has stuck around for the other videos. Did just roll over 84 subscribers. Thank you. I want to hit 100. So if you're watching and not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you like what you're seeing, hit the like button. You got any opinions on what I'm doing? Hit the comments. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Have a cold one. It's Sunday night or Saturday night. Y'all take care. Love y'all. Bye.